It's your boy, C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, home of the drunkest. No, it's really just my first drink, but the smallest, absolutely the smallest. We're proud of it here. Show that you'll ever see on YouTube. This is a Boochcraft, free advertisement. Boochcraft, 7% alcohol. It tastes good. It tastes really good. It's a kombucha, but it's like real kombucha. You get 7%. It's stronger than your fucking Budweisers are. Limp dick mother. Anyways, I'm sorry. I know that this is a family friendly channel. We try to keep it PG on here all the time. Okay, so anywho, today, my friends, we are talking about XRP at the request of one of my friends. I used to hate XRP. I used to think. I remember I went around telling people that XRP might be the most legit scam in crypto, but I found out that that's actually US dollar tether. If you don't know USDT, it's the most legit scam, maybe in the history of not the United States, in the history of the world. It might be the most legitimate scam in the history of all, other than the US dollar, actually. But it's like the same thing. They just did it. I don't know. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Boochcraft. You gotta get one, mother. All right, so it's XRP. XRP. Someone sold me on it recently, and he basically pulled me aside and he's like, let me just give me like 2 minutes. Let me just tell you my piece. He told me his piece, and it kind of makes some sense. I don't know if I'll buy XRP. I might. I'm kind of working on Dogecoin right now. Dogecoin's the point of focus for me. I'll make more Dogecoin videos, don't worry. Let's see, let's just get into it. But XRP is on my radar, and I am watching for a potentially better time to buy. It might not happen though. Okay, so there's, and this is where I kind of draw a little ignorance on XRP and the Ripple lawsuit that's going on with the SEC. From what I know, because I don't really pay attention to news. That's not my style. I'm more of a technical guy. Technical means I look at the charts. Fundamentalists or just media chasers, they're the ones that look at the news, And there's a saying in the cryptos. There's a saying in the chartist world. Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. And I find that to be true. I find that to be very true. Most of the time, but not always. Like when COVID happened, I don't think any chart could have predicted that. Like that just kind of came out of nowhere. It was a COVID crash. That's just basically what it was. But we're here to talk about XRP. Okay, so we're gonna do that. There's a lawsuit going on, right, with the SEC, and the talk of the town, from what I can hear, is that they could potentially win this case. Now, me and my buddy were talking, and I don't remember if he drew this conclusion or I did, or we came to it together, but what we think is going to happen is that, the CSEC, or the commodities, not the Securities Exchange Commission is SEC, but the commodities one, which I think is the CSEC or the something like that. It's the commodities. Commodities or securities. So the whole issue right now is Ripple. The reason why Coinbase delisted, the reason why all these exchanges delisted Ripple, and Ripple got shit on so much before it got this delisting, or after, was this lawsuit. This lawsuit with the SEC. Everybody thought, okay, Ripple's done. SEC's coming for them. Big bad United States, not company, but like extension is coming after them, and they got no chance in hell. They're just a crypto company. What do they got? And everyone thought XRP was a scam anyways. So a lot of people discounted it. It got removed from a lot of exchanges, which is, if something's legit, if it's actually a solid project and it stands the test of time, and it's got people who like actually believe in it and work on it and persevere through everything, stuff like that is actually is a godsend, because that allows you to buy at cheaper prices, cheaper than you would have gotten before. Sometimes hearing negative, dramatic news like that is like the best indication that you need to buy. And I thought about that. Whenever I saw XRP was getting taken off of Coinbase, I'm like, man, this might be the time to buy it, actually. And it probably would have been a good time. But anyways, they got sued by the SEC. Nobody gave them a snowball's chance in hell that they were going to win. But now it's starting to look like they're going to win. And right now what's going on is the SEC is basically what most people, I'm going to blow my face up because we're talking about not charts right now. What most people are talking about is that the SEC is going to lose. They're stalling right now. They're stalling right now because they know they're going to lose. And my buddy and I were talking. We're thinking what's going to happen is instead of the SEC losing, because if the SEC loses, this would give precedence for a lot of cryptos to kind of like stand up to the SEC and have a chance, and like they can use this as like as a stepping stone to move forward, right? But to get rid of that, the SEC is not just going to drop the case because same thing, right? Now they're going to look weak. They come after a company and they drop it because they look like they're about to lose. What we think is going to happen, what I remember us talking about was that the CSEC, or the Commodities Exchange Commission, not the securities, they're going to pick up Ripple. And that's what everyone's talking about anyways right now. They're going to pick up Ripple because they're going to accept Ripple as a commodity. They're going to define it as a commodity as it should be. And that in itself, it basically dismisses the case. So it's not that the charges get dropped basically. It's not that it's basically the whole case just gets dropped. It's like erased. It doesn't become a thing. So now there's no stepping stone. There's no historical proof that the SEC ever lost a battle to a cryptocurrency. There's no proof of that. But let's talk about this. So first off, even though it's not going to happen, Ripple would have won the case. Ripple would have probably won the SEC case. I'm counting my chickens before they hatch, but I'm convinced that this is what's going to happen. The Commodities Exchange Commission. I don't think that's what it's called, but I'm just calling it that because I don't know what it's called. Let me look it up actually. Let's see. There's the SEC and the C and the CSEC. I don't know. COSEC. Oh, the C. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Commodities SEC. Okay, cool. So I was close. The COSEC. The COSEC is going to bring Ripple in, which makes them hands off to the SEC. They don't have to worry about the lawsuit anymore, and they're defined as a commodity now. So that allows them certain regulatory rights and don'ts, and it gives them a more clear picture, And then also the SEC doesn't lose this case. They don't, which doesn't give other cryptos leverage to use if they were to like do something similar to Ripple. I don't know like necessarily what the whole case is about actually. Like I said, I don't pay attention to the news, you guys. But that's kind of our thoughts on it. It's a sneaky way to get the SEC to not lose while still having Ripple win. To a certain point, it's like a middle ground. And I think that's what's going to happen. It's the way to have the least bloodshed. And now that I've said all that, I just want to go back to the charts. Man, I did a lot there, you guys. Okay, so in the midst of all this uncertainty, in the midst of Ripple potentially winning its lawsuit, whatever. I mean, it's in a lawsuit with the SEC right now. Anything that's in a lawsuit with the SEC, it's probably not good for the price. As you can see, along with Bitcoin shitting the bed and the rest of the markets in the world shitting the bed, as you can see, he asked me a question. He's like, if that's what it's like when they're under a lawsuit, what do you think it's going to be like when they're not a lawsuit, whenever they're validated, whenever they are a commodity and the lawsuit's dropped? Like, what do you think that's going to do? And he asked me that, and I'm like, huh. Like, it kind of clicked in my head. And like, I personally, whether I believe in Ripple or whether I believe in something or not, that's not the point. That's not why I invest. I invest to make money. I do invest in some things because I believe in them, but I often find that I believe in most what will make me the most money, hopefully, so that's why I invest. And the reason why Ripple never clicked in my head was because it's always this thing that, it moves down, and then boom, it pumps up, and then it moves down, it pumps up a little bit, moves down, and then this, we had a little rally, sure, but like pumped up, moved down, pumped up, moved down, pumped up, and moved down. I don't know. I never saw Ripple as this thing that was going to last. But let's be real. Let's be real right here, okay? I don't think this is the all-time chart for Ripple. I don't know actually how long Ripple's... Let's go to CoinGecko, because I think that would actually have more potentially. Let's see. XRP. Cool thing about XRP, too, if you didn't know, every time you spend XRP, it fragments. A part of it gets destroyed basically. So XRP is literally deflationary. Every time it's spent or sent, every transaction done with XRP is destroyed. So it is deflationary, right? And I mean, if inflation drops the value of a currency, what's deflation do? Something to think about, like on a fundamental level too. Again, I'm not the fundamental guy, but let's see on the max chart that they've got available. XRP has been around since 2014, you guys. It's been around since 2014. Not only has it been around since 2014, but it's done something that no other crypto has been able to do besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that is, it has managed to stay in the top 3 for like years now. Years, literally years. And I know it says 7, but look at this coin, right? It's Binance USD, BNB, USD, Tether. I've had a few people say they don't count those because it's basically just like saying they own US dollar, and I'm about that. I don't know, BNB. I think BNB should count as a coin. I guess BNB is above XRP, but still XRP is in the top 5. If you take out stable coins, XRP has been in the top 5 for years. That's something that literally only Bitcoin and Ethereum have been able to do. BNB is right behind it, but the validation that XRP is going to receive from this lawsuit getting dropped, or from them winning it, the validation they're going to receive from becoming a commodity, the validation that they're going to receive when they get relisted back on Coinbase, because they now have more defined terms, and it's not something that's risky for Coinbase or other exchanges to use. The validation that it has for standing the test of time, which is so rare, you guys. It's so rare. It's a very rare thing in the crypto world. Like your Solanas, your Polkadots, your Shibas, your Polygons, your Dais, your Trons, your ETH Classics, your maybe not Chainlink, but Terra Luna, obviously. Like all these coins, all these, like, check out the top 100. In the next bull cycle, there's going to be a new list. There's going to be probably 80 new ones up here, which means 80 of these coins are going away. And that doesn't mean that the top 20 are here to stay. That just means that I would bet there's going to be a new list of them. There's going to be a new Uniswap. There's going to be a new Tron. There's going to be a new AVEX. There's going to be a new Matic. There's going to be a new Solana. There always is. There always is. But what there always isn't is something that stays in the top, that stays relevant. Staying in the top 100 is an achievement on its own. Staying in the top 20, another achievement. But staying in the top 5, I mean, I didn't like XRP, and I thought it wasn't going to stay up there for long. But man, like, you got to call a spade, and this right here is a golden spade, guys. It's one of them. It's one of them. It's one of the blue chips. And if you don't see it as that, that's okay. I didn't see it as that for a while, but I am convinced that XRP has some potential. Now, all those fundamentals out of the way, let's start talking about the charts. I'll take a little sip. This kombucha makes me just as thirsty as it does quench my thirst. I'm serious. Like, it like dries my mouth out, but it, you gotta drink more. Anywho, let's see here. Let's just draw some lines. I actually don't look at XRP often, so this is a first time look with me on the weekly scale on TradingView. I'm gonna draw a horizontal line right now at the lowest point that we got. It looks like it's significant. Okay, it's a support line. Resistance here, a little bit of resistance. Support back over here. This looks like a significant line. And in fact, as weird as, what I want to do too, I want to see if I can find, that was back in 2018. This chart goes all the way to 2018. I want to see if I can find something that's more than that. Nope, I don't know. XRP USD, would Bitstamp have it maybe? Okay, Bitstamp's got it, yeah. So I want something with like the most, price action. Yeah, exactly, all this. See, this is why I didn't like XRP before. Pumped, dumped, pumped, dumped. Really though, I mean, like, to be fair, I don't know. I accept it didn't peak out over here. Anyways, let's continue. So let's get back onto the technicals. Bottom here. Looks like an area of support. It's kind of nice. And in fact, if we were to draw this more beautifully, if you want to call it that, I mean, like there, we kind of bounced above the support line, which means it's got front ran, which means people were buying in expectation that we'd bounce off of this lower line. I'll change the color, the yellow line. Instead, we bounced off the red line because people were anticipating that XRP would bounce. So that's good. And there's volume. It's above the green histogram. You got the orange popping through, the volume popping through. That means we've got significant volume in relative respect to everything else. So there is interest down here. There's interest, there's buying interest. You can see it with the wick, you can see it with the volume, you can see it with the price action. There's interest in XRP. That's a good thing. You want to see interest. Even if it keeps going down, you want to see interest because people are loading up for a reason, and they're going to keep loading up. A lot of the big dogs, they load up a little bit. When it goes down lower, they load up a little bit more, and then when it goes down lower, they load up a little bit more. And if it happens to go down lower, they just blow their whole load, man. And that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for someone to just blow their load on this and let the market come all over the place. So what we're trying to do right now is determine if this is a bottom for XRP or if we're going to go up from here. And in my opinion, it's totally feasible that we go up from here. It's totally feasible that XRP comes maybe up to here, up to 45, almost 46 cents, because that was a point of resistance here. It was a point of resistance here. I mean, even over here, this is a little point of resistance at 40 cents, and it's right there. But the reason why I think we go higher than that line, than this line here, is because we kind of already came up to it. So if we were to go up again, I might expect us to go up. I don't know though. Now thinking about it, to be completely fair, for that to happen, that would be XRP's like first higher high in this whole range. Now this is kind of a small high, so I guess it could come back up here and maintain lower highs still. Like we could do something a little bit like that and come back up here, and yes, we'd be higher than this high, but it would just be another lower macro high. But I don't know. Like we haven't really done that at all. So I don't know. Maybe we won't go above 40 cents. Maybe we actually won't go above 40 cents, which kind of makes sense as well because that is a resistance point here, a support point here, a resistance point here. There's a lot of it hung out in this area between the bars a lot longer than it did outside of them. I don't know. Something like that. I do think XRP is going to go lower, mainly just because Bitcoin's going to go lower. So if I do think XRP is going to go lower, with that bias in mind, where could it go? Let's draw a fib from bottom to top. Well, right now, would you look at that shit? We are at we're at the 618. We're right at the golden ratio. We are flirting with it. We're going back and forth through it. So we are finding some significance to it, but really what we're doing is we're disrespecting it. We're disrespecting the 618 just like Bitcoin disrespects the 20K level. And when you see disrespect to the 618 like this, it's not normally a good thing. And it could also mean that it's not really a thing at all. Because finding significance to the 618 is kind of what helps you determine if the fib range you're looking at is proper. Now, to be fair, we did bounce right off it. We found significance on it. We held this 236 as resistance. We bounced off the 382 the first time coming in contact with it, bounced off it again even. You could make a good argument that this is a solid range on the fib scale to use. And if it is, and we're disrespecting the 618 like this, going through it like that, that just means that right now we've got we're just range bound, and we're basically waiting to break down to the downside is what I'm thinking. But also, in my opinion, what it really means is that we need to draw a different fib, something with perhaps a more clear picture. So we're gonna just look around. We're gonna draw from here to here, see if we can get an extension. Okay, this could be something. This could be something a little bit more. We do have areas of significance here. The 618 was respected a little bit. We broke through it, suggesting that we could go lower, and we inevitably did go lower. We kind of danced with it before up here too. You can see we disrespected it again, and we held that 382 as resistance and then came down. So we might be doing that right now. We might be disrespecting the 618, come up, hold the 382 as resistance, and then come back down. But really what this looks like, if we're looking at the extension from this low to the last, not the last high, but from that low to that high there, we found support at the 1414. We found support at the 1272. But once we broke the 1272, we came back up and tested it as resistance. That's a classic move when approaching the 1618. Break the 1272, confirm it as resistance, and then hit the 1618. And in my opinion, that's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. We could go up and wick the 1272 again up at 38 cents, which is around 40 cents again. Remember, that's kind of what we were talking about. It might go to 38 and a half cents is actually what this 38.6 cents. So we could go exactly there or just a little bit above and like wick it like we did over here. But ultimately, I think XRP is going to at least come down to 27 cents. But let's be real. Let's be real here. If Bitcoin right now is at 21,000 and I personally believe it's going to go to 15,000, that's like a, I don't know. I can't do that math right now. Let's see. BTC USD. If Bitcoin from here was to drop to at least 15,000, that's a 30% drop, basically. If XRP was to drop to 27 cents from here, that is not a 30% drop. Now here's the thing. If XRP, if all the hype around XRP is what it lives up to be, it might not drop as much as Bitcoin. It's not impossible. It's not impossible to say that. I know generally when Bitcoin drops, everything else drops more, Ethereum included. Like when Bitcoin drops 5%, everything drops 10%, or at least 7% or something like that. Like it drops more. But I think XRP, with everything going on a fundamental level, everything going on, it has potential to not drop as much as Bitcoin. And if it went to this 1618, it would only drop 23%. I could believe that. I could believe that as a bottom. But I don't. I could believe it, but I don't. I do think that it's going to drop more than Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin drops 30%, XRP is probably going to drop more than 30%, which means at 24.2 cents, I personally wouldn't be looking to buy unless we're below there. Personally, I personally, and this is not financial advice, this is my opinion, I am not looking or even thinking about buying XRP unless it drops another 30%. And realistically, probably more than that. Like, what would a 40% drop look like down there? And in fact, I just want to draw a line, or like, let's just see like some areas of support. Let's see. So we got there. We've got here kind of, yeah, that, I guess those two lines are kind of areas that I'd be looking at. So what would that be in percentage terms from here? That would be a 51% drop, now we're talking, or a 63% drop. Now, if Bitcoin drops 30%, could XRP and altcoin drop twice as much, drop 60%? Yeah, oh yeah, fuck yeah, definitely. That happens all the time. That's a lot more likely than what I was saying earlier of XRP not dropping as much as Bitcoin. The only reason I brought that up earlier of it holding this 1618 is because it genuinely does have a chance. It has a chance. It's unlike most cryptos right now. It has that chance, but like most cryptos, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it is going to drop more. And at least this line, I think a 50% drop could make sense, honestly. Down to 17 cents, that could be the low. But again, I think if you're looking to accumulate, you want a DCA, in my opinion, if I was to DCA, I wouldn't start until we're at least below 24 and a half cents. That's my personal opinion. Now that we're looking at the downside, because that's probably what's going to happen first before we break all-time highs, in my opinion, for what it is or isn't worth. Now that we've associated the downside, let's see if we can point out a upside. You'll notice I switched to the monthly view. We're in the monthly view. I don't really use my indicators. I have them on, but I'm not doing short-term stuff, and I don't know. If I find relevance in the indicators, if we're at relevant times, I'll bring it up. But right now, the indicators are kind of just doing their thing. So that's why I'm not talking about them too much. I know how to use indicators, guys, I swear. Though I am novice. So let's just see. We're just gonna go take a fib from top to bottom. That is the all-time low, and that was the first high that we have on this longest standing chart, I'm pretty sure. If we look, kind of like Dogecoin, it's kind of, it went up to the 2272 up here on this rally in 2018. Dogecoin did it on its last rally, but that's pretty cool. Anywho, we went up to the 1618 here, And I'm not saying it's impossible to break the 1272 and then go straight to the 1618. We did that. It's just not likely. But look at what happened. We broke the 1272. We didn't test it as resistance. We just broke straight through it, went to the 1618. That's powerful. And what happened after that? We consolidated and moved higher, right? If we broke above the 1272, came back, found it as support, went to the 1618, to me that suggested that we could indeed have found the top. But the fact that we just blew past it and went up there, that's a strong move. That could foretell that it's not done, basically. Just to kind of reference that. Anyways, from bottom to top to bottom here, I mean, found resistance at the 1618, found resistance at the 2272. Those are the lines that we're kind of watching. We came down from there, found support at the 1272, and then it was off to the races again. Now we're back below this 1618. I think this is holding significance even now, guys, potentially. But I am going to delete it. I just wanted to look at that one first because that's our first kind of major fib. See how it relates. So from top to bottom here, yeah, we came all the way up. This is a good one, man. All the way up to the 786, found resistance. We stair-stepped down, came down to the 50, found resistance at the 0.7, support at the 618, broke below the 618, found resistance at the 618. Man, this is beautiful. This is a well-respected fib fib retracement right here, which I don't know. If we hold this 25-cent level, if XRP can hold 25 cents, if it holds its red line, it's got some hope. And that 24, I'm pretty sure, what was that? That was 24 cents that we were talking about it holding. If it was to go to the, I don't know what it was that I was using to look at that for. I don't know. Anyways, if it can hold that 236, that is some big shit. That's some really big shit. That could suggest that we are going up above here. But what I think really is what happened is what's happening is that we went all the way up to the 786. We had a deep retracement, and now as a result, we're going to have an extension down. That's also a classic move. A 786 being a very deep retracement, and you don't go higher than that, at least for the time being. Using this scale, just this scale alone, from top to bottom, if we were to go to the 1618 like we did last time, that would put XRP at $26. What's $26 look like? What does that look like? So from the current price, $26 is a 76x. It's a 76x. Remember, because it says 75, but we already start with 100% of what we invested. So 100% gains is a 75x plus your 100 that you started with, 76. So 76x. Anyways, little math for you. Is that the 1618? Is that possible? Fuck yeah. Crypto can do, a top coin can do a 76x. I just made a video about how Bitcoin can do a 500x in our lifetimes. It's XRP doing a 75x. It's totally possible. Let's just see. 75, we're just going to call it 75 and a half hundred. Okay. We're going to go to XRP. We're going to go to the market cap of XRP. So if XRP was to gain in price, it would also gain in market cap. If it was to gain, and to be fair, actually, XRP, because of the way it's structured, it can gain more market cap than it does price, if that makes sense, because it's deflationary. So it can, in theory, price could stay the same while market cap moves up with XRP. Just be aware of that. Okay. Actually, no, that's not. I guess that's not true. If price was to stay the same with XRP because it's deflationary, I believe. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Yes, I stick with my original statement. Anyways, 7,500%. Right there, basically. $1.29 trillion. It's a lot of dough, man. It's a lot of dough. The highest that XRP ever had was 128 billion. 128. It's a good number, damn. That's impressive. That is impressive. Um, could XRP break a trillion? Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially with the high rates of inflation that we've seen. I'm surprised that there's not more trillion-dollar stocks and cryptos out there right now. I think it's inevitable. Could XRP be one of them? Again, I think XRP has a special circumstance here. It has a very special circumstance. If this was any altcoin that we're talking about, even Dogecoin, I love Dogecoin. Talking about it breaking $1 trillion, I mean that's something only Bitcoin's done. That's something only like Amazon, Apple, Google, like really big companies have done. Um, but again, minding that there's like U.S. dollar hyperinflation is happening right now. It's happening right now. We're seeing the highest rates of inflation we've ever seen. There were more over half the U.S. dollars that have ever been created. It's like actually 60% of the U.S. dollars that have ever been created, at least at the point of like 2021 or 2020, something like that. They were created in like a 6-month span, 8-month span back in 2020, back in the COVID crash. 60% of all the currency that's ever been created, ever. That's not just physical, you guys. That's digital too. Anyways, anyways, so so could I see XRP going to $1 trillion? Is it possible? Fuck yeah, it's possible. Is it possible with every crypto to go up to $1 trillion? No, that's not a target. I think that most cryptos, I think that 99.9% of cryptos shouldn't even consider a $500 billion as a possible target. Most of them are not going to achieve that. Could XRP achieve that? Here's why I think it could. Because, like I said earlier, it has been in the top five cryptos for years now. Years. And top five being Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin for a second was there. Bitcoin Cash was there even for a little bit, but now BNB's there. Chainlink was there for a little bit, but XRP is normally number 3, if not number 4. It's very rare that it goes below number 5, but sometimes, or below number 4 into number 5. But sometimes in the hype cycles, in the bull markets, there's coins that get into the top 5 that don't really deserve to be there, and they're short. That's their top, is being in the top 5. XRP's top is not being in the top 5. Its top is being top 3 or potentially top 2 if it could ever pass Ethereum, but I doubt that. But does XRP have a chance of breaking $1 trillion? Definitely. I think it does. I think out of all cryptos, it especially with the fact that it took on the SEC, it basically won. Ripple did, and they're about to be labeled as a commodity. There's a lot of things that are doing good. I mean, even with being sued by the SEC, look at this. Even with being delisted off of major exchanges, we've got a higher low forming up here. We've got a good structure. We've got more volume here than we did. I mean, people are buying even in this area. The more XRP that's spent, the more of it that gets destroyed. It's deflationary. I just think, no, yeah. So back to my market cap thing earlier. I think I'm just gonna forget about that. I'm gonna forget about that, man. I said that if XRP stayed at the same price because it's deflationary, that would increase the market cap. I think I'm wrong, because imagine it like this: you have 10 coins, 10 of them, and it's staying at the same price of $1. Okay, so that means you have a $10 market cap. But now it's deflating over time, and now you have 5, but it's still worth $1. Now you have a $5 market cap. So I guess XRP gaining price is easier than it gaining market cap, is what I was trying to say. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I guess what I'm getting at is, even though we've got this 1618 here. Oh, that's not the 1618 I drew. Sorry. We've got this 1618 here. No? I don't know. Oh, it's a different chart because the other one was Bitstamp, so maybe it's got different highs. Maybe it didn't go up as high on this one. Anyways, the 1618 here is a 5,500% increase. Even though it's a 5,500% increase for the market cap, the price could still gain more than that, if that makes sense. You know what's kind of cool? So what we had before, that level that we were measuring, the 7,500%, which I thought was where the 1618 was. If we go back, if we actually take it measuring from this chart, not from the price chart on Bitstamp, which doesn't have a lot of volume, so So the highs and the lows can be more exaggerated, giving it a higher 1618. I think that's what happened. Um, what's really cool is from top to bottom here, the extension of this is all the way at $1 trillion. It's at 956 billion on the dot. I'm just that much more convinced that XRP is going to potentially, it has the potential to go to $1 trillion market cap, and it'll probably find resistance there. I don't know what the price is going to look like, but all I can say is if that's a 55, it's a 56x. If that's a 56x in market cap, it will probably be bigger than that in price based on the nature of XRP. Anywho, I think that's all I got. I think that's all I want to say. Oh, turning up a little bit on the MACD. That's good. You know, we started, if we look over here, we started turning up on the MACD here, and we weren't even close to the bottom. So at least we're getting to the point where we're not even close now. Not that the bottom's not in sight. Now it's in sight, but we just know we're like maybe halfway through, I don't know. Maybe not. We did go lower on this histogram. We could find support at the zero. Maybe not. Maybe we're actually closer to the bottom than I'm thinking. It might not look exactly like this, actually. It'll probably be shorter than this. But I don't know too much about XRP. I just had one of my buddies convince me on it the other day, so this is the video I got. I hope that there's some good things that I said in there, some educational things, some things to take away from. Let's see. Ooh. That's nice. Okay. I do want to look at the XRP on the Binance chart real quick because it's got the most volume, so you're probably going to have the least extremes in price because it's got more liquidity. Anyways, to reiterate the first thing I was saying, I do think XRP is going to go lower. Don't get confused with all the bullishness I was just talking about. I do think XRP will go lower. It might be worth over $20 one day. That's completely possible, I think, is what from what we just went over. That's completely possible. I'd even say it's likely, but it's completely possible. What's also likely is that we're not going to break this yellow line on first pass. I don't even think it's likely that we go there now, but we could. We very well could. We could make our way up to like 59, 60 cents. But I don't think Bitcoin's even going to pump that high. So I'd be surprised if XRP did. Although when Bitcoin chills, altcoins like to pump. And Bitcoin might be chilling. If you watch my last video, Bitcoin might be chilling over the next week. So some magic could happen in the altcoin world. When XRP runs, it likes to run. So, I mean, if it came all the way up to this yellow line, I wouldn't be completely surprised. What I would be surprised of is if we did not go lower than this red line. I do expect us to go lower than that. And I personally, if I was looking to invest in XRP, I would not be buying until we're below 24 cents personally. And honestly, I think we're going to go lower than that. We might even go down to, what's that, around 18 cents. That's kind of where I'm expecting the bottom to be for XRP. If we look, I don't know. If this is the top, the 2272 there is around 18 cents. But if it was to go all the way up to like this yellow line, I don't know. It could go up to this yellow line and then boom, the 1618 is right there at 18 cents. There's an argument to go up because if it goes up, all we've got is another fib now down at this level. That wouldn't be insane. That would not be insane. But yeah, I don't know. XRP could be in a position right now where it could be, and if you look at it really, I mean, there is resistance up here. Pretty significant resistance that we have not retested. So we could be going up to retest it right now. I mean, I guess we'd only go up like that high, and it's at 19 cents now, but we could wick below it. We don't have to hold it exactly. And we don't even have to go directly to 18 cents because at 19 cents there, that's still a pretty significant support line. That's still, I guess we don't have the same chart we did earlier. There's not as much data. But anyways, it wouldn't surprise me to see XRP go below 20 cents. I wouldn't personally start DCAing until it's below 24 cents. And it would not surprise me if XRP inevitably one day maybe within the next decade, hit a $1 trillion market cap. It could be in the next cycle, it could be in the cycle after that, but we do have 2 more cycles in this decade. So if you don't think that's possible, just open your mind up a little bit. There's a lot of magic that can happen in 2 bull cycles, especially for a coin that has been in the top 5 for as long as I've been in crypto. Like, which has only been 5 years. So it's not the longest time, but it's longer than most coins. Gotta give it to XRP. Gotta call a spade, and it is a spade. It's a top 5 spade without a doubt, until proven otherwise. But that's all I got. That's all I got, everybody. I hope you have a great day. Make good choices. If you make bad ones, learn from them. I always like to say, you live and you learn, or you don't and you die. So don't die, do learn, and do good things. Please like and subscribe the video. If you do that, that just helps get my name out there. If you think that I'm trash and I don't deserve it out there, then don't do any of that. Just erase me and never look me up again. I hope everyone has a good day, and I hope this was helpful and at least entertaining or informative to some degree. Okay, take care. Ciao, ciao. Adios.